Taurus! Welcome, beautiful seekers of the world, to February and to Taurus's Tauroscope. How are my beautiful divine creatures doing? Oh, you're new to my channel? My name is Morgane, and this is the Existential Shift. I'm working with the Golden Universal Tarot. It's a new dawn, Taurus. I told Aquarius they're somewhat leading it, so are you. I made a video about the role of Aquarius and Taurus within all this. Within all of this. I don't even know if I named it in the caption Uranus and Taurus and Aquarius. I think I named Uranus and Jupiter. Maybe I'll link it later at the end of the video. Anyway, sorry, not here, not there. What's going on for Taurus for February? Guys, you are starting to be placed more strongly where the next years are to be produced and be producing for you. What do I mean by that? Uranus is in your sign, has been shifting you and changing you and smacking you back and forth. Okay. It's all for the sake of placing you where you ought to be. It feels a little bit like being, a puppet to the divine. It's frustrating. I know. I literally did a video about divorcing God because of that. Because, come on. Do I work for you? Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. Me being smacked on the hand. I don't care. I'll divorce whoever I want, whenever I want. They can be mad. They can be upset. So what if they're God? Who put you on a pedestal? Everyone. Well, okay. Well, some just do that because their parents told them, or it's fun in the holidays. Just so you know, they don't all think that you are this. Ooh, they do. They just don't admit it. No, I'm telling you, a lot of them are like, oh, just science, just this, just that. Science is me. They believe in science. They believe in me. Okay. Well, that's cheating. You give yourself different names and you pretend to be all kinds of things. So, of course, one way, shape, or form, everyone will believe in you because they believe in different things. And if you claim to be different things, then they end up inevitably believing in you. Well, yeah, that's what makes me so awesome and godly. Just because I divorce God doesn't mean I think he doesn't exist. You can't divorce something you don't believe in. I have too much faith in everything. Sometimes it's exhausting to believe in everything because then you need to contain the possible existence of everything. Can you imagine walking around being like, everything is in me? Two of Cups. First card out. I was saying, love. I bet you thought this was going to be philosophical and dramatic and energy work. Usually my videos are, but then sometimes Two of Cups comes out. It just lands on the table just like that, being like, hey, how you doing? Taurus, are you how you doing someone, or is someone how you doing you? Did that make any sense? If you don't know Joey from Friends, I can't talk to you. If you're very young and you're like, oh, I have heard of him, but you don't know him, you haven't actually watched, no bueno. Joey doesn't share food. Morgane doesn't share food. Just kidding, I actually do. Taurus doesn't share food. Sorry, I had to. If Joey from Friends had a zodiac sign, it would be Taurus. I can make fun of you as much as I want. I'm a Taurus. But this isn't about me. this is about you. And this Two of Cups. Who's that? Huh? What is this? Taurus, do you know? You're like, I don't know. I'm here for you to tell me. You're the one having conversations about God divorcing him and such. You seem to be closer. No, not. No, it's just me, myself, and I. Back to you and actual someone real that you might be talking to, Taurus. If not now, then maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Two of Cups is real as fuck, especially if it's the first card out. Love is in the air. I'm in a mood. What is happening? Okay. No, I'm not converting to comedy. Is she doing stand-up comedy and failing at it in front of all of us? Yeah. For the 7th time, back to your Two of Cups. I'm okay. I don't know what this is about. You know why I don't know why this is about? I think you have no idea what this is about. I think you're like, listen, my person is like not my person. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they're doing. I think that might mean that they're not my person, because if they were my person, I'd probably know what's up. They might be like talking to me or even sitting next to me. So if they're not talking to me, not sitting next to me, not this, not that, they're probably not my person. Yeah, I agree. And yet, who dat? Does look a little bit like Joey from Friends, though. Yeah, you're right. I should ask the cards, which is what you're here for. Okay, what is this for my Taurian wonderies for February? This is like the most surprising card for me to get for you, because I feel like February you're like placed somewhere and it's like work or take care of business or do all the, errands. There's a lot of things to deal with. There are a lot of things to handle. And I think you're like at a point where it's not even on your mind. You didn't even come here for a love reading. You're just like, what is happening, right? It's like everything feels like a lot. Now, it might be a lot of good stuff, but it's still a lot of things to handle, right? And you're like, I don't even know if I have time for this. What is that? Two of Cups? What is that? Love? I don't know. What is that? There we go. Nine of Swords. It had to come out. Actually, Aquarius started with the Nine of Swords. That was the first card. It then took a completely different shift and turn, the reading. But, okay. So you're anxious about some sort of partnership, some sort of love, some sort of how you doing. You said how you doing, they didn't answer. Or they said how you doing and you didn't know what to say. And now everybody's confused. And our Nine of Swords in bed being like, whoa, me. It's sad. I get it. It's very, very difficult. What else is fucking new? Love is confusing. Okay. There's been a falling out. Okay. There hasn't even been a falling out. Is this the concept of love that you're Nine of Sorting? Is this like the idea of partnership, of ideal partnership, equal, balanced, loving, fulfilling, Two of Cupsy? That you're like, I mean, okay, something is coming through. Show me more, just so it will manifest in my mind. Show me more. Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands. This is so interesting. Like, the cards themselves are still not telling me the narrative, interestingly enough, but I have such a strong sensation in my body that is really upsetting. Okay, if you're in a relationship where there is an imbalance of finances and one of you feels um, like either they need to overgive or extend their helps in one way, shape, or form, and it makes the other person feel um, inadequate, the advice is to take it easy, to take it lightly. Life is complex. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you make more, sometimes you make less. It doesn't say anything about your character or the other person. You can reverse the roles if you're a cross watcher or anything. Um, it just means we had a really tough, complicated year. Okay, that's A. A second aspect to it, if I put aside the Two of Cups for a second and just look at these three cards, Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands, something that was extremely worrying to you, you were very, very anxious about, probably still really soon, I see it really resolving. Like Six of Pentacles is coming in to kind of save the day in a way. I don't know if it's like an income of some sort. Um, Something that clears out the anxiety. I think it's financial, possibly for some of you, and kind of frees you to be more lighthearted, feeling more free, feeling able to move around and change and not bound to something. Another aspect of it, I know I'm bringing up a lot of things, but these cards, like, they didn't say anything for like good 30 seconds and then boom, they brought it all at once. And then the other aspect of it is there a love relationship, a romance of some sort. This Two of Cups here. One of you just doesn't want to feel bound by the heaviness of how it feels right now. Them or you just want out of it, or just want a little bit of a break or some space to wander, to think, to feel. They need to figure out something. They need to figure out their past, and they need to figure out some psychological things. They need to move around. Someone that feels like they need to move around and have some space and air around them. But it's interesting because this Two of Cups, when it dropped, it felt so good. There's something about the energy it's kind of emanating that is really, really loving and positive. So I don't know if this whole mess here right after is circumstantial or someone just freaking out, but honestly, this might be someone whom you're not currently involved with, or you don't even know who I'm talking about, that is eating movies about you. Eating movies. Okay, it's a phrase in Hebrew. I'm sorry. It's a term. It's okay. It means like chewing up all kinds of narratives, constantly thinking, overthinking, being in their head. About the situation, about you, or vice versa. This could be you about them, but you guys are not actually currently together or involved. But one of you is like obsessing over it. 1 second is like totally thinking about the other person, worried about the situation, missing them, etc. And then the next, oh, I don't need them, I don't care, I'm free as a bird. You know, there's a little bit of an imbalance, a lot of shifting. Moods. Okay. Manage 14 minutes in to figure this energy out. From Page of Wands, we go to Page of Cups. Someone really, really wants to express themselves, Taurus. They really want to express themselves. They find it a little bit challenging for some reason. They feel a lot. Okay, they feel a lot. They show little. I think they're trying to put on a light-hearted show, or like not, oh, I don't care too much. They don't want to be perceived as too heavy or too burdening or caring too much. You know the game, you know. And there's a little element of shyness. I mean, this is someone who's social, charismatic, popular even, knows how to have a conversation and socialize, but when it comes to expressing their feelings, they become a little bit shy. So if someone seems super like secure and fun and expressive, don't assume that it means it's easy for them to express themselves and to express their heart, because you see a little bit of a tendency to expect you to understand how they feel. Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups. Well, they go there. They just say it. They end up kind of resolving it within themselves. And just there's an inner push to express how they feel towards this Nine of Pentacles, which is likely you, Taurus, because you're very Nine of Pentacles. Also, there's like Virgo energy. I wouldn't be surprised if you're very attractive, very beautiful, very successful. Maybe there's a little bit of an element of like, I don't know if I can talk to this person. I don't know if I can be at their level. I think it's just an inner little insecurity that someone is experiencing, but I see them overcoming it. Okay, so Taurus, I think there's just someone who's really interested in you. I don't know if you were involved before or if you were not involved before. I don't see any reference to yes past, no past. It could be. It could be, it could be not. It's irrelevant. But this person starts this month with like being really in their head, and then move to deciding that, okay, they need to take that leap of faith. They need to be brave. They need to make that approach, and then to express themselves, and then they get stuck a little bit. They're not sure. Maybe they start a little off. You're not sure you understand what it is they're trying to say, and then it just starts flowing out in a very mature, grounded way. It's not overwhelming. It's just I think someone is going to express to you how they feel about you, but more like how they view you, your worth, what you mean to them, how much you're worth to them. There's a sense of importance and seriousness to their approach to, like, they want to make sure that you know how they value you, which I think is very sweet. I'm going to go here from the Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. There's like, someone also goes from being with low means to being with better means. It's like there's a growth in finances. And maybe that helps that person carry themselves differently, and that affects their environment to view them differently. You know how it is. Okay. Taurus, show me more about this for Taurus, please. The Moon card. Someone might seriously get pregnant. Okay, Taurus, so if you don't want to get pregnant, if you're not ready for that, if you don't want to get anyone pregnant, I don't know if you're male or female watching, keep in mind that this month there's strong likelihood to become pregnant. So if you're not up for that, practice safe sex. That's all. Because this Two of Cups could be, this entire thing could be, okay, there's a togetherness, there's a beautiful connection, you guys are engulfed in each other, you're overexcited, and you just forget one time, or you allow yourself, and then boom, pregnant. And then mess, okay, and confusion, and can we do this, and should we do this? So just keep that in mind if you want to kind of just remember that and avoid that if you're not ready. If you're into that, I mean, there's a very good chance of getting pregnant. Another aspect of it, there's some maternal things going on here. Something with the home, something with a mother figure, a grandmother figure, an aunt figure, any feminine matriarch energy that is coming strongly. Now, this could be a past sensation that is coming up to the surface to deal with. This could be you talking to someone or to that person. This could be therapy, and just kind of, working through the relationship you had with a mother figure or in childhood that affected your worth. And this work might be really, really helping you to kind of raise your sense of self-worth in a way. Okay, someone had a move, a meaningful move, geographical move when they were young. And somehow it really affected I don't know how it's coming back now in one way, shape, or form. I don't know if it's in memory or in something tangible. Maybe you were really little, you don't remember, and now you're suddenly remembering, and it brings up all kinds of things. Yeah, suddenly like a lot of like childhood stuff are coming up to the surface. Siblings, memories, connecting. This could be conversations. Hey, remember when we were little, we used to do this and go there, and just kind of reminiscing and bringing things up in conversations with family members or childhood friends. And it's just it's overwhelming emotionally, but then it's also very relieving. Show me more for Taurus. Seven of Cups right after the moon. Guys, be cautious this month to not fall trap to the vortexes of all the energies and the planets and everything that is happening, because a lot is happening, and you're very sensitive. People don't give Taurus the credit of being a very strong intuitive. You feel things with your body. Taurus is earth, right? It's tierra, it's earth, especially Taurus women. Highly sensitive. You feel it on your skin when you go into a place and it's uncomfortable or there's something going on. You just physically become uncomfortable. So a lot of things are going to happen that you will pick up on. So be cautious with, try to be discerning what is yours and what is just the environment you're picking up on. Not a good time to be a sponge. Practice your boundaries, your sense of discernment, meditate, sleep well, eat well, so you're able to have enough energy to decipher, okay, this is how I'm feeling right now, this is my confusion, or this is just the collective's confusion, or my environment's confusion, I'm picking up on it. And you can easily fall into that, wasting energy. Also, this person that we picked up on that finds their way to express themselves to you, suddenly they seem to be freaking out. It's too much. It's like, they made such huge progress in showing how beautiful they are, or how beautiful they feel for you, but then it overwhelms them. It's almost like backfires at them in a way, not because it's bad or it's supposed to, but it's just, when you take a big leap, when you stretch your boundaries, it can be scary. Physically it could suddenly overwhelm the system and the mind, and you can easily regress to wanting to just hide under the blanket. No, I didn't say that, I didn't do that, I'm not ready for that. Change is hard, and the body responds to it, especially if you're prone to past traumas affecting you, and if you've gone through a lot of changes, or if this person has gone through a lot of changes, the body remembers, what it did to them. And so even if it's a good change, even if it's a great expansion, it can make them just want to kind of hide, go back to their options. So be caution. If someone, expresses themselves to you and it's beautiful, take it with a grain of salt, not because they don't mean it, not because it's not real. They mean what they say, but don't rely on it. Give it a little time to see if they manage to hold on to what they express, because this is someone that, they come in, and everything is perfect and everything they say is perfect. It's like all the right things. But then there's regressing, you know? So this might be a time where you get to test your sense of boundaries and how much you've learned when it comes to protecting your heart, right? Okay. Again, I'm not saying to close yourself off. I'm not saying not to listen. Balance. Balance is key. I say balance is key, and look what I have. Justice at the bottom of the deck. The balancing scale. Sword of truth. Yeah. Be clear-minded. Be level-headed. Be sharp. Be factual. If it gets too emotionally confusing, turn to your head. Although I think this is an energy that is outside of you. That you're just affected of, like someone in your vicinity. Eight of Cups. 7 of Cups to 8 of Cups. Yeah. If this person starts showing confusion, they're gonna just walk away. Let them. Don't chase anyone. You've already learned that, you know. Don't chase anyone. Don't be like, but yesterday you said this, now you're saying that. Don't preach that to them. It's a waste of time, waste of energy. Let them go through their journey. Someone is like journeying into the mountains. Taurus, this could be you, you know, where everything feels clear and clean and then and right, and then suddenly things happen in your psyche and you're like, wait, no, this is not where I should be. This is not where I want to be. I need to leave. I need to go. It's okay. All right. Uranus is messing with you, and it's okay to be kind to yourself and not be overly judgmental. Right? Your spirit is trying to replace you, and your mind is trying to figure out what is happening. Be kind to yourself if things get confusing, or if you feel like you need to take a few steps out of a situation. Okay. 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords. So we have 3 pages on the table now. Taurus, you might be a teacher, you might be working with groups of people, students, class. You might have a lot of young family members. This might be children, of course, siblings. If it's not that, then this could be there's an aspect of building a community, people coming together with their ideas and building something, a structure of some sort. With this 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands, there's cooperation in regards to something constructive, building something. If it's an actual place of living, if you're moving, if you're just renovating, if you're changing things up, it's because you want to make it more yours, more homey, more, you know, fitting to who you are. You might have, like, you know, friends helping you out, or, you know, dealing with a lot of people when it comes to this change or construction. So it could just be that, you know, like all the people around. And once again, just find your core. It can get confusing because a lot of people are like being replaced now. So people are in crossroads. February is a lot of crossroads, meeting crossroads, meeting crossroads. So practice breathing and, you know, connecting to your core and your center, so you don't get overly confused by things, because you are guided for stability. Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. This is financial, tangible stability. This is someone that, you know, builds their own nest in their own community or their own business. This could be a working from home. Some of you are expanding and might be hiring assistants or interns and things like that. A lot of possibility here with all these people. Bottom line, there's cooperation and people are learning from you. They're listening to you. So I think it's several things are happening here. There's a potential romance, love situation that feels great and then feels confusing and then feels great and then feels confusing. Do not let it overwhelm you. Don't put your focus, your mental focus onto that, okay? Put your mental focus, interact, of course, it's life, but make sure that your mental focus is on whatever it is you're building. If it's a home, if it's a job, if it's a project, if it's work, if it's something creative you're working on, put your focus onto this because it has a flair of longevity. Also, 2 3s right after another, also aspect of creativity. And again, the maternal aspect is coming up. So, if you don't have room for another child or for a first child, remember this reading. I don't know why the word museum comes to mind, or a gallery. Maybe some of you are artists. I'm picking up on like people someone who works with their hands. So it could be sculpture, painting, sculpting, painting. Really creating something unique with your hands that is an expression of you, of your thoughts. If you have creative ideas, write them down. Poetry, short stories, long stories, novel, script, whatever, posts on Facebook, whatever it may be. Just sit down and just write, express, put it on paper. Some of you are wanting to study something of that sort, or like master a talent. So many things are happening in February. It's a little bit overwhelming. So take a breath and dive. I want to pull one more card because I'm curious. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull Animal Spirit Oracle for you guys. And then I'm going to give you your spiritual homework from the major arcanas, your shamanic work for the month of February, if you're into that. And then I will move on to the extended, where I will focus on your love life. Okay, so we'll just kind of decipher this love connection that is coming up here. We'll take a look into you and this person of interest, whether you know who they are or not. How the dynamic, how things unfold throughout the month. With the tarot, it will be a tarot reading, and then we'll also pull up runes as extra messages. Okay, here, let's look at this. You see? Right. Take a sip of my coffee. You might be dealing with someone or meeting someone who has a child. You know, maybe they're divorced or something like that. Or they're paying child alimony or something. Okay. Interesting. So, the Lovers, there might be someone with Gemini placements. Don't stay stuck on this. This is why I rarely say signs that come up, because in general readings, it's so silly. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. And whoa, okay. Okay, I'm not diving too much into it because it's too much. It's a lot, and the reading is already almost done. But we do have the Fool, the Magician, the Tower, 3 of Cups, and the High Priestess. Taurus, this is going to be a roller coaster of a month, but more like a theme park roller coaster. It's going to be really cool. I think you're going to find yourself in a lot of adventures, different experiences, interactions, different people. You will be building something, you will be ruining, destroying things, you will be changing, you will be guided by your intuition, by manifestation. You will be, your energy, I see it's super free, super powerful. You're just saying what's on your mind. You're just, extending and exercising your power and your skill and your talents, and you're just changing your reality and probably affecting reality around you, and also being very, very inspiring. This is very inspiring energy to a lot of people, to groups. So again, you might be teaching, you might be working with people. This could be, like a celebration of some sort. Maybe you're inviting people over. I don't know. There's a lot of interaction here. Don't give me the, oh, but the C19 stop. I don't know where you are in the world. I don't know what, people are still interacting. Okay? Take a chill pill. People do it the way they do it, and that's what I express in the reading. I express what I see. Anyway, so yeah. Super dynamic, super powerful, and I think you're going to find yourself by the end of this month into Pisces season really content with yourself. I see you kind of not smirking like in a vain way, but like looking back at the past month of February and being like, wow, that was a roller coaster, and here I am now, the comfort of my safety and my my zone. And I didn't even talk about the Lovers. So, okay. The love story here is going to be like in the background constantly this month. Okay? Tangibly, your daily routine, it's not necessarily going to take all of your time. I'll see a lot of things that you're doing and dealing with and working on and working through and changing and creating. And that's the main focus of your actions, right? But this person is there in one way, shape, or form. And I think maybe you're both a little bit overwhelmed by life throughout February, so maybe things will take on a deeper shape, and you will have more, space for one another, or for whatever this dynamic is going into March. I'm not sure. We will dive into it in the extended. Okay? But this is fantastic. You are actually being really placed on your path now. Uranus and Saturn somehow are really working, doing some good work on you. But I really encourage you to look at it as an adventure, because you'll get to really show for what you know. I see you showing a lot of your knowledge somehow in February, Taurus, with whatever dealings you're in, your work, in your friendships, in your social cycles, in your romantic life. It's like you get opportunity after opportunity to express what you know, your wisdom. A lot of people are like drawn to you, like this moon card in the center is like, it's like very luring, pulling energy. Something about your energy is like, makes people like a beehive around you. You're like a queen bee, and you have a hive around you, and it's good. It's pretty cool. Just don't lose your focus. Someone leaves the situation. Okay, right back to work. Let them right back to work. Come back to this mid-month. Trust me on that one. Animal spirit for Taurus. Oh, this reading is getting long. Okay. That's alright. Animal spirit for Taurus for the month of February. Maybe my Taurus need to know messages. camel. One more. One more for Taurus. And lamb. Oh my gosh. So again, children are coming up, child or children. Some of you, there is a child waiting to come into your life in pregnancy. So if you're in that place in your life, know that there's a child that is kind of waiting to come through. And again, don't go get knocked off if you're like young and not ready and not in a relationship. For those of you who are in that place, very good timing for that to happen. It might happen. Some of you have been trying for a long time. And this might be, February, March might be the time where you succeed in getting pregnant. I know I don't have the Empress here, so I feel it might, because of that, be more towards March, or there might be some complications, but not complications, God forbid, physical, but like timing. Anyway, that's that. That's for some of you. Very few of you that it's relevant for. Others of you, hold on. There's an element of guidance, okay? Teaching, coaching, guiding, mentoring. This camel is the mentor, the teacher. This lamb is the student or the child or the, apprentice. And there's something very spiritual about this connection. Something very guided towards, if you're working with children, you might feeling connected to one child in specific. There's some very unique bond here. Some of you are adopting. This just came through. Okay, some of you, you're considering adoption, and there's a child kind of waiting for you that is meant to be yours. So if you're feeling it really strongly in your gut, maybe start, looking at pictures. This could be adopting a pet. Okay, it doesn't have to be a child, but some of you are adopting a pet. Some of you are going to have an animal guided to you. They'll just find you, or you will just find the animal. It will be like, even if you didn't plan it or anything like that, you didn't plan on having a pet, whatever, somehow this animal will find you. And you'll feel the pull. This could even be for those of you who are energy workers, witches, sages. This could be a familiar. You might be finding a familiar. And others of you are, it came through earlier, the childhood home or the childhood move that you've had to somewhere far away. You might be visiting or revisiting it, or it's coming up somehow. And there's something there in that memory or in that place that is wanting to come through to your conscious from your subconscious, want you to remember it. So you might be dreaming about that place, if you're having interesting deja vus, or suddenly see a movie about that area, or read something about that place, dig into it further, because it's trying to spark your mind to recall it for some reason, and you will. There's like an explosive of memory coming up to the surface. I think this is a block. This is an energetic block that is releasing. Oh my God, so much is coming through Taurus. Oh my God, it's just like, this is not stopping. All right. Some sort of energetic block that could be from that place or from that area or from that move. I don't know. That you don't even know was a result of that change that you had very little. Maybe you took it as a child really very difficult. Maybe it was fine. Maybe the circumstances were fine. Your parents were fine. The move was okay, but something about it kind of really hit hard for you. I don't know. Some kind of blockage there is being released this month, and it's gonna be something to do with countryside. I'm picking up on wine, vineyards. I'm picking up in an area where there is some sort of a place of worship there. It doesn't matter what type of religion. It could be Christian, could be Jewish, could be Muslim, could be Buddhist, could be pagan. I don't know. Could be anything, but there's some sort of like spiritual work around that place. Maybe like women who are some sort of monks, not necessarily nuns, not necessarily like solitude. I don't see much solitude. I see like maybe a group of women working on something. Maybe owning a vineyard, right? Maybe owning a hotel or like a vacation rental. I don't know. This is again, I don't know why it's all why all these things are coming up. These are all channeled, so it's not for you. Skip it if it's not for you. A teacher from a past lifetime you're going to meet, or a student from a past lifetime you're going to meet in February or connect with. The times of pagan Christianity. Boom. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is a long ass reading. I'm sorry, I'm just going to go with it. So around a few hundred BCE, before common count, before common time, before common era. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with me. A few hundred before Christianity count, okay? When the cross was still a Celtic cross and not like a Christian cross. You see here, the cross is like a plus and not like exactly a cross. So something from those times, from that wisdom, Celtic paganism is coming up. Like from the times of the transition, when priestess and priestesses transitioned from pagan time to Christian times, and they either had to convert or they had to kind of, go with the times to survive and to, if you can't beat them, join them kind of thing. Something of that wisdom is coming through, okay? You might have memories from past lifetimes. You might be reading a book about that area. You might be teaching or learning the topic. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, I can't. It's too much. Okay. Let's move into if you're a light worker, shadow worker, you want to support the collective and expand your consciousness. A major arcana for my Taurian seekers for the month of February for their spiritual homework. What is Taurus' spiritual homework for February? What kind of energy should Taurus harness? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, major changes, and kind of being the center of the wheel that changes everything and isn't blown by it. Okay, there's finding the core. Anyway, there's a lot to say about the card. These are the initials here of Tarot. Jehovah, which is God in Hebrew. The Rotaf Tarot means the wheel of life speaks the laws of love. I teach about it. I'm going to link the link to my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai class for the Wheel of Fortune, so you can learn deeper and know more about all the layers of this card and how you can do the spiritual work for the month of February. If you're a Tarot Masterclass Bunkai student, you have it for unlimited streaming. Just press the link and you'll be guided there. If you're not, you can still rent it separately. I made it super affordable and available, so you don't have to have the entire class, although of course I recommend taking my Tarot Masterclass. But you can just check this one out and do the work with it for February. Okay guys, I am going to see you in a second in the extended. I hope you'll join me. It's available on Patreon and on Vimeo. Up to you. Either way, I love you, and I will see you in the other readings. Have a wonderful, wonderful February. If you're new, subscribe. Press the bell button to receive notifications. Comment your thoughts, and most especially and importantly, press that like button. And thank you so much for my patrons and for my channel members, and anyone who is supportive of my channel and of my work and of my path. You make this possible. Thank you.